Hello everyone, my name is Swati and HR Administrator is there to help you guys with all your HR concerns. So today I am here with another important HR concept, that is new hire induction program, the complete guide for the new HRs and for the students to get a clear understanding about this important process of HR department. So this video is going to help you get an understanding about what is the induction program and its types, who is responsible to conduct this program, and how is this induction program helpful for the organization and for the employees, what is the checklist for the new hire induction program, and how can you make this induction program effective. So please watch this video till end and don't forget to share your feedback in the comment section about the content of this video. And if you're new to the channel, then please hit on subscribe button as well, and I'll keep bringing such useful contents for you all. Now without wasting much time, let's get started. Beginning with the first topic, what is induction and what are the types of induction program? Employee induction is the program where the new employee is introduced to the organization they will be working for. It is an onboarding program where the new hire learns about the values and culture of their organization and their role. A good induction program is a well-defined and interactive training program in order to make the new employee comfortable in the new environment. Now let's see the types of induction process. Broadly, this process is divided into two types. First type is the formal induction. It is a planned attempt to introduce new employees to the organization, jobs and the working environment. In this method, there are more chances to win the new employee's loyalty at the very beginning, and also new employee will have the chance to carry his or her work clearly with less number of errors, and they will fit to the organization culture and the work group easily and strong. Second is the informal induction. This is not planned and is on ad hoc basis. The new employees learn through hit and trial method in this process. They get familiar with work and work environment by themselves. This type will make the stress on new employee at the very beginning because of his or her not knowing things at the operations. The new employee may leave the organization and the company may need to follow the entire recruiting process again. A typical induction program may include 5 phases. These can vary depending upon the organization. The first phase is pre-arrival phase. This includes the preparations done before the joining of the new employee, like sending out necessary communications related to the joining process. Second is the orientation phase. This involves welcoming the new employee, introducing with existing employees, providing them overview of the organization structure, policies, etc. Third phase is the training. This means providing the new employee with skills and knowledge they need to perform their role effectively. Fourth is the integration phase, which means helping the new employee become part of the team and the broader organization. The last phase is known as evaluation phase, which means assessing or follow-up about the effectiveness of induction program and making necessary adjustments for future employees. Moving on to the second part of the video, that is who is responsible to conduct this program. A mix of people can carry out the induction process. It is advised and best for the HR department to lead the process, but it doesn't mean that the entire responsibility of the induction process should be left on the HR department only. However, they are responsible to share some necessary details related to the department and related to the employee. But it is always advised for the managers to be involved into this induction process, because they will be able to help the new employee adjust into the new work culture and will be able to set up clear expectations with their new role. On the other hand, the team members can also contribute a lot while adjusting into this new environment, because they are the ones who will be able to help that new member to adjust into the new team and into the new work environment more quickly. Now the third part of the video, that is the benefits of induction program. Adopting an induction process for new starters can have many benefits for both employers and employees. Let us first understand the benefits of this induction process for the organization. The first benefit says that it contributes to a positive workplace culture as it assists the new employees to transition and assimilate into the workplace. Secondly, it saves an employer's time and money as the employees can partially self-educate through online learning modules. Next, it also encourages employee retention. It reduces employee turnover and save on recruitment cost as it helps employees feel welcome and valued. It also ensures operational efficiency and increases productivity as the employees have a full understanding of the company and their role within it so they can hit the ground running. Lastly, and the most important benefit is that it enhances company reputation by creating a professional impression in front of new joiners. Now let's see the benefits of induction process for new staff. The first benefit says that it helps the new employees to settle into their role quickly. Secondly, with the help of induction process, new hires better understand their role and how it fits into the organization. Next, the new starters feel respected and valued and accepted into the organization by team members. Then with the help of induction process, new employees better understand company processes, policies and procedures. Lastly, the induction process helps to establish a good communication with managers and team members. Now moving on to the next part of the video, that is what all topics are covered in the induction checklist. There are 4 major topics to be included in this checklist, that is the organizational information, employee benefits, introduction and job responsibilities. As you can see, the subtopics to be covered under these 4 heads, and accordingly the line managers and the HR member designate the training sessions to the new joiners. Here is the 4th part of this video, that is how to make the induction plan an achievement. To plan your induction before the joining of a new member is always beneficial, and to plan it effectively is much better because this is the first impression about your company that he or she will create. Thus, your induction process has to be completely impressive. So here are a few strategies by adopting which you can plan your induction in an impressive manner. Let's understand them in detail. The most important step, as you all know, is to prepare your presentation, which can easily be done through various creative mediums available on internet. Thanks to the AI techniques now, where you can create an impressive presentation with less efforts and less time. But make sure that your presentation is not very long and not filled with too much of content that can make the audience feel bored. It has to be complete with necessary information and short at the same time. Next, you can plan the introduction session with different department heads of your company like accounts, IT, administration, legal, etc. These department heads can help the new member to understand their applicability to his job role in the organization. You can probably help them to design presentations to look it more creative. Next, you can also plan to have some motivational videos for the new members to give them an inspiration in the new environment. The most important step can be to arrange for the introduction meeting with the team members and the team heads or managers. This will help the new member to have clear understanding on work culture, his or her role and other associated things. Now the most important point to remember here is that while planning all these things, don't forget to plan for breaks in between like tea or snacks break or lunch or dinner break. This will help them to get refreshed from the next session you planned. After conducting all these formal steps, you can take them for the facility tour, that is show them your office, introduce them to the other staff members, introduce them to the office facilities, etc. In the end, you can plan to conduct the revision to your induction process in the form of some quiz in order to analyze the success rate of your induction plan. Don't forget to take the induction feedback for each new employee, because this is helpful for further progress of your department and team. Also, I would like to add an important tip or suggestion, that is to share your entire induction plan in the beginning itself and make your new hire aware of the engagements you have planned for them for the whole day and next day as well. Well, there you have it, a concise overview of the induction plan. Of course, if you think I have missed any information, please do share it in the comment section. I'll try my best to address the same, and don't forget to click on subscribe button to receive regular updates about human resource.